Hey, Dan Passarelli here. How are option prices determined? This is something that's so important to anyone who trades options on anything, anywhere. Let's talk about it and let me clear up a few misconceptions that I think kind of confuse people sometimes. Well, one of the things that comes to mind when we start talking about option prices is the options pricing model. The first one, of course, was the Black-Scholes model. Here on Thinkorswim for American style options, we use the Bjerksund-Stenslen model. What does this options pricing model do? Well, I guess it finds the price of options, right? Well, no, not really. It's a formula that has 6 inputs, and the output is not the price of the option, but rather the value of the option. But here's the thing. It's not really even designed to find the value of the option because we already know what the value of the option is, because the value of the option is really ultimately determined by the price of the options, the bids and the asks. Now, this might seem a little head spinning here. What is Dan exactly talking about? Let's dig into market mechanics to see how all these things play together. Let's take a look at these Amazon December 20th, 272.5 calls. They're 310 bid at 320. Well, where do those prices come from? There's actually someone somewhere in the world who says I'm 310 bid, and someone else, or the same person in the world, who says I'm 320 offer. Now, this 320 offer is on B, that's the box exchange, but it might be offered on other exchanges as well. And this 310 bid, it's bid on at least one exchange, might be bid on others as well. So there's at least one person, but maybe more, who are saying I'm 310 bid and I'm 310 offer. And some of them are both. Typically market makers who make these markets, these prices, they're the ones who are disseminating these bids and offers. But what do? Do they just make them up? No. What they do is they use the options pricing model to fit the value between the bid and the ask. Now, sometimes there's like a higher bid that comes in because somebody wants to buy, and that kind of puts one out of line with the others. And so they can kind of tell by looking at the value of all the options in one given expiration and then the other expirations, and say, okay, if we can fit sort of a smooth line of the option values using the options pricing model and then using skew to smooth out that line of the values among the strikes, well, then we can look at the prices and we can say, here's where I would buy it and here's where I would sell it. And thinking as a market maker, if someone wants to sell it under my value, maybe they want to sell these calls at 301, or excuse me, at maybe 312, let's just say, and I'm 310 bid. But if my theoretical value is 315, I might step up from my 310 bid and pay 312. What market makers do is they run the pricing model to set the values based on the inputs, including implied volatility, and they just bid below them and sell above them. And if they can buy below the value and sell above the value and do that over and over and over again, that's how market makers make money, and that's how these prices are determined. This is Dan Passarelli. Hope that helps. Trade smart.